Hey guys, it's your girl Naturally Nata here, and I'm back with another video. Today I'm going to be reviewing the all new Fenty Beauty Hydrating Longwear Foundation. I have been dying to get my hands on this since Sephora just had their VIB sale. I got me 15% off of it and I got my hands on it along with a couple of other things which will be coming up in some future videos. So yes, I'm so excited to try on this foundation with you guys today. How do you guys like my shirt? I think it's so cute. It says wine, dogs, and weekends. I got it from Target. I got the idea to get this shirt from one of my favorite YouTubers, which is Juicy Jazz. She had it on in one of her recent videos, and it just inspired me to go out and get it because I love any excuse to go to Target, and I love their clothes. So I am filming this on a Saturday, so I do have my wine right here, and I also have my dog. I want to show you guys my dog. Mario, come here. Come here. This is him. This is Mario. Hey, stop. Stop. He is a Shih Tzu, a purebred Shih Tzu. He's our new addition to our family. Stop. He's acting shy. Like, he's acting weird. What's wrong? Oh, little baby. Look. Say hi. He is so cute, isn't he? Oh my. Oh, he looks so beautiful right there. Oh. I'm a first time doggy mom. He's like a true baby. He's only like 3 months old. He barely even has any teeth in his mouth. So I really am like his mom. I'm like raising him. So I now have 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. I'm like really embodying this shirt right now. I have my wine, I have my dog, and it is the weekend. So enough rambling and talking about randomness. Let's go ahead and hop into this video. If you're interested in seeing me try out this new Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, you know what to do. Just please stay tuned. But before we get into it, do not forget to subscribe to my channel. I hope that you'll click that big red button below and click the little bell beside it if you haven't already, so you can be notified of any of my future uploads. We're almost to 12,000 subscribers. Woo woo. And yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's get up close and personal. I'm really excited to try out this foundation, guys, because I do have dry skin. If you didn't know, I suffer from dry skin. My skin feels extremely dry right now because all I've done is wash my face and I applied some lip balm. And I went ahead and did my eyebrows. I could barely even blend out the concealer around my eyebrows because my face is so freaking dry. So let's go ahead and prime and moisturize our face so we can go ahead and apply this foundation. I do want to moisturize and prime my face like I normally would, just to give this foundation a fair chance. I don't want to just go in with nothing on my face because it's probably not going to work as well as it would if I moisturize and prime like I normally do. So that's what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to start off with a new moisturizer. Like I said, I did order from the Sephora VIB Rouge sale. I did get a little moisturizer with my points because I love things like this. This is the Saturday Skin Waterfall Glacier Water Cream. When I heard water cream, I really did want to try this out. It reminded me of the Sunday Riley, which is a high-end brand sold at Sephora. I have tried their water cream before and it was so amazing. I never took the splurge and purchased a full size of the Sunday Riley one, but I love this so much and I still might one day. But I just never did. I'm always getting free moisturizer, not free, I'm always getting, moisturizers in my BoxyCharm for discounted prices, so I rarely have to buy any face stuff. And this feels so amazing. Oh my god. I actually do feel like the Sunday Riley one does feel better. This one's like a little oily, which I don't mind. But the other one, the Sunday Riley one, is not oily. It doesn't have any type of like greasiness to it. This one feels a little greasy, but I don't really mind it. And it is like pretty tacky. So our foundation will probably adhere really, really good to this. So next, just for my T-zone, I'm going to go in with this. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. I have used it once, as you can see. But I'm just going to take a little bit of this, just put it on my T-zone. I did absolutely love this the first time I used it. You can just immediately tell that it's going to be good. I really would suggest this for somebody that has oily skin because it is very thick. And it seems like it would be good for oil control or even like absorbing oils. I do not have oily skin whatsoever, but whenever I do get a little bit of dewiness, like if I'm wearing my makeup for an extremely long time, it is on the T-zone area. And I do get creasing in these areas, like right here on my nose and on my smile lines. I really feel like this primer will help everything just lay flat on top, so I put that right there in the middle. Lastly, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus 3-in-1 Primer Water. Just for that little bit of added hydration to our skin before we go in with foundation. I'm just going to let this dry a bit and then we'll go right on in. Fenty Beauty did come out with a hydrating primer too. It's $32 for it. I just didn't feel like I needed to purchase it because I have a lot of moisturizers and primers, and I'm always getting new ones in my BoxyCharm, like I said, so I didn't want to take the splurge on that right now. I just really wanted to try out the foundation, so that's why I didn't get that. But if you are interested in that, they do have like a combo there, a hydrating primer on top of a hydrating foundation. If you have super duper dry skin, which my skin's pretty freaking dry, like I always say, I really think that you would probably like both of those together. I do like doing a hydrating primer and then a hydrating foundation together. That just really makes my foundation look amazing. So, but I just went in with my normal primers and I'm going to go in with this foundation. So it says hydrating, medium to full coverage for all skin tones, Longwear, light as air. I remember her first pro filter, the matte one, it did say that too, Longwear, light as air. So this is basically the same thing, just a hydrating version. I do have the shade 360. In the Pro Matte, I do have 390 and 400. I had a lot of negative reviews on a video I did comparing Maybelline's Superstay and the Fenty Pro Matte. I found a lot of similarities between the two foundations, so I decided to do a side-by-side. People were saying that the foundation was too dark, blah, blah, blah. I still don't think it's too dark. I use it all the time. Just for, you know, the sake of not having people come at me, I did not get 390 in the hydrating one. I actually did the shade finder on Sephora's website. Mario, stop. What you do is just click that shade finder button and you put in one of your favorite foundations that you wear and the shade. And it can be drugstore. It does not have to be a Sephora brand, like a high-end brand foundation. I use Too Faced Born This Way foundation, one of my favorites, in Butter Pecan, to find my shade in the Fenty Beauty hydrating, and they suggested 360, so I just went ahead and went with it. It said it's an exact match, so that's a really handy tool to use. And it, like I said, it could be like if you use CoverGirl, if you use Maybelline, you can still find your shade in a high-end foundation. Let's see how it works out with this today. So here is the packaging right here. That's absolutely beautiful. You would think this would be like all plastic, but it is not. This is like glass right here, or you know, it's hard. It's like the top on their matte foundation, and it has a pump, which is really cool. I like foundations like this with a squeezy tube. I feel like they're really handy and it's like less mess. You don't have to like pour it on your hand. With a pump in a glass bottle, you can't just like take it and put it close to your face. I like how these are like really movable. You can put them really close to your face. I do have the Fenty Beauty sponge right here, and I really do like this sponge. It is quite pricey. It's $18, $2 less than the Beauty Blender, but this thing works really well. I like it a lot. I'm going to just spray some of the primer water on it because this thing's getting a little dry. And I'm going to start off on this side of my face. Okay. I remember on the website that this shade was described as neutral. You know, the undertone was neutral, and I can definitely tell that. And I usually don't get neutral undertoned foundations. I usually get golden, and I don't know if I like the undertone of this. It does match my skin pretty good, but I would not say this is an exact match for the Too Faced. But it does have some good coverage on it. And it definitely, you know, doesn't feel drying or matte or anything like that. I just don't like the undertone, but that's just my personal preference. It does match me pretty well, as you can see. It's evening me out really well. So I'll just do a little bit more on this side. I was going to do a brush on the other side, but I think I'm just going to do the sponge on both sides. The foundation smells really good. It has that smell just like the powder, the Fenty Beauty powder. It looks really, really nice. It's a bit light, but I think it matches me really well. I like it. I like it a lot. It definitely feels like skin. Very natural. It says it's medium to full. It's definitely right now just with one layer, a good medium coverage. And I didn't put that much on my face. It's very lightweight. I love it. It's something that you could wear every day, in my opinion. Very, very lightweight. I don't feel like anything's on my face. If I built it up maybe one more time, which I'm not going to do because that's not what I would normally do. Maybe it can be built up to full coverage, but just straight off the bat, I would say it's a nice everyday type of medium coverage. Definitely a nice finish. I do see a little bit of dew on my face, but not too much. I don't feel like this foundation is so hydrating that somebody with oily skin could not use it. I feel like if used sparingly, like what I just did, somebody with oily skin probably could get away with this on because it's not like greasy or oily and it's not overly dewy. It just doesn't feel so matte. Paired with a mattifying primer and maybe a mattifying setting spray, I feel like an oily skin person could probably get away with this. So far, that's how I feel. As far as the shade, I do feel like it's a good shade for me. Maybe I do need to try more neutral undertoned foundations. It is a bit light for my liking, but with bronzer and everything like that, I know that I could make this work. And when it becomes colder out and I get lighter, it'll definitely match me more. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up my face so we can get the full picture of how everything looks and how everything comes together once concealer, powders, blush, bronzer, all that's added on top. So after I do that, I'll be back to show you my completed face and I'll let you know my final thoughts. But so far, I really do like it. Very nice coverage, very nice finish, very natural type. I like that. I like that a lot. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish everything up and I'll be right back. My face, I mostly used Fenty Beauty products, so I really feel like I'm almost to the point where I can do a full face of Fenty Beauty products, which is amazing. And I feel like my face looks really good and really natural, which I really like. It was so simple to do. Everything just glided on really nicely on top of that Fenty Beauty foundation, and I really like the shade. It's such a nice shade for me, and you know, with the bronzer and everything, it really just bronzed my skin up and made it work. I felt like it was a little bit too light at first, but then going in with everything else, it looks absolutely perfect, as you can see. The Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Hydrating Longwear Foundation, I really am liking it. I definitely like it more than the matte one, the matte version. The matte version I really felt sometimes would age me. That's how freaking dry it was. Somebody with dry skin using that type of foundation, it can age you because it kind of makes your skin crack. It's that freaking dry and you can feel it. Like I always do the test where I can. And I've had to do that with that foundation where I feel like my face is, you know, tightening because it's so dry. That foundation is beautiful and I still use it, but I definitely have to go in with some type of facial oil. I cannot be wearing it for too long. I would say I would just wear it to like an event or something like that, and definitely have to make sure I have some heavy duty moisturization and hydration added to my skin before I put it on. This one, I won't have to do all that. This is much simpler, which I really like. Something that I could wear every day and it's beautiful. So I would definitely wear this out too. I like it. It's definitely more suited for my skin type and I really appreciate that, that she came out with this for us dry skin babies. That matte one, I mean, I liked it, but I love this like 20 times more. I didn't mention it in the beginning, but this foundation does retail for $32, I believe. So it's not too bad. It's high end, of course, but it's not extremely high. I definitely think that this is worth $32. I love it. I love it and I cannot wait to keep wearing it. And paired with all the other goodies Fenty Beauty has, they're really killing it. You can really get a flawless face using Fenty Beauty products, and I can't wait to share it with you guys like a full face of Fenty because it's definitely coming. So I'm going to try my best to do a wear test for you guys. It is now 2:57 p.m. I'm about to go to a hotel little birthday party for kids for my daughters. So I am going to be in a hotel overnight with a bunch of little girls. Pray for me. I'm going to try to film some type of update there and let you guys know how this foundation held up. If not, I'll let you know down in the description box below. I can already tell this is probably going to hold up nicely for a long time because my type of foundation, it's a foundation for a dry skin person. It's just going to look flawless, and I didn't use too much, which I really think is key. I feel like keeping this at a medium type of coverage is best, not building it up and not putting too much. It's supposed to be more of a natural type of foundation. So yeah, that's really all I have to say. I hope you enjoyed this video. As for this foundation, I give it an A. I love it, but there are some hydrating foundations that I like more. I actually have it right in front of me. I will still say that the Too Faced Born This Way is still my #1 favorite. I feel like this one gives you a bit more coverage, which I really, really like. So I feel like this one is still my #1, but this one is going to be my #2. This is going to be my close second favorite. Almost to an A+, but this is A+ in my book, so I'm going to give this one an A. But yeah, other than that, we have reached the end of this video. So yeah, I cannot wait to hopefully see you in my next one. Bye.